Hi everyone! Today I just want to make a video to talk to you about our move to Australia, because at the moment we're about 1 month away from the big move. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about is the fact that I've had to try and register with the Australian Health Practitioner Regulation Authority. So this is an organisation that I have to register with if I want to be able to do the same job out there as what I do over here. It's been a really long process. There was a very long application form that I had to fill in. I had to get extra paperwork, both paperwork that was my own, and then I had to get some information from people that I'd worked for in the past, gather that all together, and then I managed to send that away about a month ago. I was told that it would take about 5 days for everything to get from here in the UK over to Australia, but it ended up actually taking about 2 weeks before it turned up at the offices in Melbourne, which was a lot longer than I thought it was going to take, and that's unfortunately held up the process a bit. So all that I've really heard since it arrived in Australia is I've had a confirmation email from the AHPRA to confirm that they've received the documents, and that is it. So it takes a while for things to be processed. Until I actually get my registration with them, I'm not going to be able to work. So I'm hoping that it's going to come through quite soon. I have put in a couple of job applications, and people have said to me that I can still apply for jobs. It just depends on how long it takes for this registration to come through, whether they can proceed with my application further or not. So that's the first thing that we've been doing. Secondly, I think it was maybe a couple of months ago now, we got a shipping company to come round and have a look at all the things that we were planning to get shipped over in terms of furniture and personal belongings, and give us a quote for how much that would cost. So we've decided to go with a company called Dory Bonner. We decided to use them mainly based on the fact that we had met with them when we went to an exhibition in Glasgow last year about moving to Australia, and they were able to answer all the questions that we had about shipping our belongings. And we've also heard quite good things about them from reviews online, and so we felt like they were a really good company to go with. So on the day that we move, then they will come round to the house. They will actually pack everything for us, take it away to the shipping container. It will take somewhere between 10 and 16 weeks for our belongings to arrive in Australia, and then when they do arrive and they've cleared through customs, when they bring it to the place that we're going to be staying longer term, then they will come in and unpack things for us at the other end and take all the boxes away. So that kind of saves us a lot of the hassle of trying to pack and unpack things, which makes things a bit easier. So at the moment we've got our date set for, I think it's the 7th of October, they're going to come around and pack everything up and take it away, and then we're probably going to move out into a hotel that night, just because there won't really be much left in the house, and that just lets us have a couple of days to prepare before we fly out, which is on the 9th of October. So when you're organising for shipping things to another country, you need to organise insurance. We have kind of been working on this for the last few weeks, and what they do is they give you a list that will have, for instance, all the rooms in your house, all the items that you might be likely to take, and then it will ask how many of this item are you taking, what are you taking, and how much does it cost. And you have to go around and price everything that you're going to be taking with you. If you don't put it on that list and you take it with you, then it means it's not insured, and if anything happens to it, then you won't get any money for it. Sometimes it's a bit of weighing up, is it worth insuring, because you have to pay for the insurance obviously for every single item that you choose to insure. So we've just been trying to finish that off at the moment. Obviously any big things will definitely get insured, electronic items, furniture, anything else that's particularly expensive, but small things that we're taking, little bits of stationery or whatever, that you just kind of chuck in a box as random stuff, then it's maybe not worth insuring because those things are quite cheap to replace anyway. Now back in July, we put our house up on the market and we've been trying to sell it. We have had a couple of offers on the house and now it seems like we've got quite a firm offer in place, and so hopefully our house is going to be selling. The people that are going to be buying the house, or look like they're going to be buying the house, are aware that we're moving to Australia, so they know that they should be able to get in at any point once we have left the country, and they're not really having to worry about us being in a chain or anything. So I think that makes things a bit easier for them. We're just trying to get things finalised and hopefully everything will go smoothly. In terms of what we've arranged for over in Australia, we have got our flights booked. So that's completely organised. As I said, we fly on the 9th of October and we should be arriving in Australia kind of late at night on the 10th of October. So it's 27 hours roughly of travelling. We also have a place booked through Airbnb for 3 months. So that gives us time to kind of look around and find somewhere to stay longer term. It means that we've also got furniture and kitchen supplies and all those kinds of things, and we're not tied into a long-term contract. And the last thing that I wanted to talk about is the kind of last minute arrangements that we've been trying to make at the moment. So we've started doing things like cancelling credit cards, contacting people that we've got subscriptions with to cancel those things. I still have a student loan, so I've had to contact the student loans company to make them aware that I will be moving to another country so that I can carry on making my repayments once I leave. Just little things like that. This week, for example, I'm going to have to contact my mobile phone provider so that I can cancel my contract with them. And there's just all these little things that you kind of have to leave to the last minute before you can really sort them out. So that's what's happening with us at the moment. Obviously, we'll have a few weeks where we're just trying to tie up all the loose ends and get things finalised before we go. It's getting very close, so it's kind of exciting and terrifying at the same time now. And we just have various different people that we need to meet and catch up with and say goodbye to them before we actually leave. So I hope you liked the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more from me. Once I get out to Australia, I'm planning on doing a whole series about my life out there. So if you want to see that, then definitely subscribe to see all those videos. And I will see you next time.